What does that sound, you ask? From the number one station, you come.
Welcome to the Rec Show podcast, a show dedicated to beat makers around the world. Kick back, relax with the host, Golden Mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the
evening. All right, check, 1, 2, peace and love, everybody. Golden Mind back again. I told y'all we back outside. So look, this is what we doing, man. We got another episode for the Beatversation series where I go one-on-one with the creators of these dope albums, beat tapes, experiences, whatever you want to call it, man. It's all of that. But this is where we go kind of BTS, where we go behind the scenes for these albums, man, these beat tapes, these instrumental albums and stuff like that. Today, I got a guest, and I hope my other guest pops up too. But for right now, we're going to talk to my guest who hails from California, man. I got a lot of California homies out there, man, doing amazing things. But this album popped up on my radar when they were plugging it with the documentaries and stuff like that on a specific YouTube channel called A Love Supreme California, man. It was December of last year. Now, crazy enough, December of last year, I was in California, in Barstow, California, dealing with some family stuff, but I couldn't go to the events that y'all were doing for this album release, man. So I was a little upset about that, but family first, that's what comes first. So I got my guest right now, who's from California, MC, beat maker, vinyl DJ. He's from New York, but now he's living all the way out in California. You know what I mean? He links up with I Love Supreme California. You know what I mean? He's the homie, man. He's what's T-Dot say? He's a loved one. Yeah, he's a loved one, man. So, yo, give it up for the one and only Dom CRUZ, man. What's good, Dom CRUZ? How you doing, man?
What's good, brother, man? I appreciate you for having me on here, man. I appreciate you. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, yo, I'm happy to be even talking to you about this album, man, because this album, man, it hit me in the what we call it, the heart chakra, man. It hit me in the heart chakra, man, because I can relate to a lot of the stuff that you were saying, man. A lot of the lyrics that you were putting in this, and a lot of the guests that we're going to talk about that were featured on this album as well, man. You and TEEDOTEinsof, man, I Love Supreme California, Loved One, man, put together this amazing body of work. Can you, like, for my first question, can you just talk about this album? Why this album? Why A Happy Home?
I like that question, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, so, you know, me and T-Dot, we have known each other for a really long time. And throughout that time, we had constantly spoke about making music, but it was just, it felt like a timing thing, you know? And I think once we got the ball rolling, like once we actually had a song or two, that idea, A Happy Home, came to my mind, and I pitched it to him. I remember we was at the original location for Love Supreme. I believe is in January or February of last year, 2024. And I just told him, I was like, yo, what do you think of a name, A Happy Home? Because I'm the type of person, I kind of, when it comes to projects, I tend to like reverse engineer it. I kind of think of like the end first, and then we work backwards. Like we make the music. I tend to think of like a concept or a title, or, you know, a couple of things that like the end version would have. So I pitched that name to him, and I will say that I did pitch a couple other like ideas and names to him prior, and it didn't feel like nothing was really sticking. But when I said that, I remember that night it resonated with him. And then I love that he did this. This is really, to me, what makes the project super special too, is he was like, yeah, if we spell home, let's spell it HOHM, which is crazy to me too, because he has a whole different interpretation of spelling it like that. To me, I interpret it as OHM is like the sound of the universe, like OM is God.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly. And I'm pretty
yes.
sure, yeah, he has a different meaning for that actually. So yeah, hopefully we could get that from him. But yeah, that just came to me. Him and I tend to have like uh very deeper, on a deeper than surface level conversations 9 times out of 10. For whatever reason, it just tends to go that way. I think that's kind of just how he is. I'm like that for the most part too. So I was coming off of releasing a project with Splashes, which was esoteric poetry, which was, it was a little more fun. It's like just rapping, just loose. And I had a feeling we had to take it there. If me and T that was gonna make a project, we had to take it like a little bit deeper.
Mm.
So yeah, that, I think that's why that came to be. We had the name, we had the title. When we came up with the title, we only had like 2 or 3 demos, but they all kind of, I believe they were the first track, which is Peace Peace. We have Plant Seeds, and we have Flowers, if I'm not mistaken, and Wild Wings. Those were the first 4 songs. And those all really are probably like the foundation of that project when you really think about it, to me.
Yeah. Um, that's crazy because that was gonna be one of my questions. The way y'all spelled a happy home, like, yeah.
Yeah.
When I got that, when I was listening to it, I was like, got it. Oh snap! The way y'all flipped, yo, that was crazy. But this artwork, I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share my. I gotta share my screen, man, um,
This joint
because
right here.
I gotta. Yeah, I'm gonna do it on here because I gotta allow the listeners to look at this album artwork, man. This is crazy. Okay, so let me go. Let me pull this up. Okay, can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this album, let's look at this. Let's look at the album artwork for one.
Yeah.
Like the open hand with the eye in the middle, but then what y'all don't see, if you're not paying attention, is it's like a flower and a mushroom coming
Yeah.
from the fingers.
Yeah.
Coming from the fingers, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then in the words right there, it's like muted gradient sky. Like, bruh, you gotta talk about this artwork too, man.
That's love, man, and that was done by a homegirl of mine. Her name is Jacqueline. I met her through my wife Tanya, and yeah, shout out to her. Uh, the idea, the idea for the hand and everything, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was her idea. I'm kind of struggling to remember 100%, but um, I want to say it was her idea because we sent her like demos, and just a couple lines like this is what we wanted to represent, which some of the core themes were like growth, family, um, healing. And I'm starting to remember now, yeah, she said the hands because she thought of healing hands when she heard the music. She said hands
Mm,
heal. And she went through a few different variations of the cover. Obviously there's like an alternate one with
right,
like colored in and such.
right.
But throughout the process of album, which was pretty much like damn near a year, a little bit over a year in the making. Um, I felt like me and Terrence were both kind of stuck on that unfinished version, and I like the unfinished version because to me that represents me. You know what I'm saying? To me, that represents me. It's not about being perfect to me. It's nothing in this life is really perfect. No one is perfect. And that's really hopefully the message that people get, or one of the messages people get from the music, is it's not about perfection. It's just about completion, like wholeness. So I personally love that the colors are there too. like the palette is there, because it's like, this is life. You know, you have the choice to choose your colors, to choose your palette and such.
Damn. Damn. Yeah, listen, listeners, man, this album is deep, man. Like, yo, if you're not ready to go, like, if you on that surface level stuff, this ain't the album for you, man. Like, this album, this this album goes deep, like in some, man, it's healing, but it's also aggressive, but it's also peaceful. It's light. It's laughter in it. Like, it's all of the human emotions. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but you know what I mean?
It
Like,
was.
that's what I got from it.
It definitely was, man. It was intentional. Yeah, man, it was just a great experience, man. Like, it's hard for me to convey how that all happened, because it's like, it was intentional, but it also for the most part happened effortless. You know, it wasn't like we sat down like, oh, now we need hard gritty track, now we need the posse cut. You know, some of those ideas were talked about in the beginning, but there were other ideas that we talked about that didn't happen. So I think what was meant to happen happened, and that's what came about. So yeah, like the grittiness, like 1,000 G's, the you know, the trauma shit, like journal entry 2, um the fun shit like role model, like that's all there for a reason. You know, it's to represent completion, because we all have many sides to us, man. I was just thinking about this earlier, like, none of us are really 2 or 3 dimensional people. We all got many dimensions to us. You know, it's just like, can you be open to share that with other people?
Man, man, yo, okay. We're gonna start out, man, because for listeners, this is I want to say it's a 13-track album, right? 10 of them are
The main album, yeah.
and then it goes to 16 with the bonus, right?
Yeah, and then 17 if you got a cassette.
Woo! And I got the cassette, yo. So, you know what I'm saying? Yo, stop
Yes,
playing
sir.
with them, yo. Stop playing with them. Man,
Hey,
we're gonna
man,
talk
I
about
got
this.
one too.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this album cover too. But okay, so you open the album with, you know, snapshots of like Sunday mornings, like spiritual grounding. And then I believe that's your wife talking on the album, like basically like leaving you a message, you know, like saying a prayer for you as you go throughout your day, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna start.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, we're gonna play track 1, and then we're gonna talk about track 1. I'm only gonna give y'all a snippet, man, because y'all gotta support this album if you want to hear more of it. All right. But let me
Word.
yeah. Let me go to share my screen. Let me start that. And then we're gonna play track 1 for about 30 seconds and go from there. We'll be right back. All right.
Proud of you for rising every single day with strength, with energy for the day ahead, and all while taking care of our home no matter what. I'm so grateful for you, and I'm so grateful for our cozy home so that we can rest, create, heal, and love.
It's like pancakes on a Saturday. It's like watching novellas with my abuela. It's like the simple things keep us remembering. Straight from the source, baby, I'm a gentleman. Pray for many men, I was a thug, that man I barely remember him. And two were masculine and feminine. A fresh start is vital to development. You hide your demons, me, I let them in, let them settle in. A happy home confronts everything. All cards on the table. God is not a fable. God is not a label. They ask why I talk about God so much. It's because I'm able. What I'm supposed to reach for. You said the sky was the limit. I need more. Got the world on my back, yo.
We're gonna stop it right there, yo. Yo, man. That first track, man. Man, that really like I knew it was gonna be dope anyway, but that first track is like it's inviting, man, because it's like natural, like the way y'all did like your wife's voice, where it's kind of like it's not overpowering the nature part, but then it's got the wind chimes in it, and it's like, come on, man. Let's look, yo. How did y'all come up with that piece? The name of that track is called Peace Peace.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to T Dot, of course, bro. Because first of all, of course, produced the whole album. But that is a track that he actually made like way before. Like that's one of the few joints that wasn't like literally made for me. He just made that, I think, a year or two prior. And he actually gave me the beat. I thought he knew this at the time, but he gave me the beat for my business, Roots to Realms YouTube channel. But I told him I wanted it for me. I think he just didn't understand that. And when I started rapping it to him, like the demo to him, he was like, "Oh shit, you're gonna rap on this?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I got to." Like, cause I wanted at that time, we didn't have the concept fleshed out yet. We didn't pick the name and such, but I knew I wanted to rap over different stuff. I wanted to find different sound energy, just for creativity. Peace, peace. We both say that a lot. A lot of our homies say that a lot. And the way I started to envision it as the way the project was starting is like, this was me literally inviting you into my house. We did most of this project at my crib. I would say like maybe 6 crib, the rest at his crib. I'm here and there at other places, but really trying to paint a picture. This is my house. This is who I am. But yeah, that was pretty much the intention. It's like welcome to the crib. You're gonna spend some time here. So wipe your feet off at the doormat, take your shoes off, get comfortable. We're gonna go on a little ride.
Yo, yo, intentional, man. Like everything about that first track is intentional to where it's like just what you said, like, yo, wipe your feet off, take them shoes off, sit down, relax. We're gonna be here. We're gonna talk about some things. We're gonna have some fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and there's a like it's that's the meditative opener, is what I like to call it, man. Like the Peace is the meditative opener.
100%.
But there's a strong blend of like confession and but uplifting at the same time. How did you balance that like vulnerability and empowerment in that first impression, like with Peace?
That's a good question. Um, yeah, I want to say, I don't know, bro. To be honest with you, I want to say that I was writing that song in its own universe. I wasn't really thinking about the album itself when I was writing that song. So it wasn't like, let me write this because this is the intro. It was more like, let me just create. Let me see what I could do with a track like this too, especially because it is, sounds like a meditation. So yeah, it just naturally happened to fit. And there was a time in my mind where I was like, we might not even put that on the album. But it makes sense. It literally greets you. It literally greets you. And I like that you say confession. That's a really dope word. That literally kind of fucked me up in the head a little. Just because like my music, I'll really be snitching on myself. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's like,
Like, for lack
oh,
of a better word, like there's some shit like, I feel like it maybe doesn't need to be said. But I got to, like music is really my therapy. So if I don't let it out there, then I might not never ever let it out. So, I think for that track that made sense. It's just like I wanted it to be calm. And I just wanted to match the vibe that Terrence created with that beat, with that instrumental.
man. Yeah, man. Yo, okay. Well, I can speak about Peace Peace all day, but we got a whole nother, we got all of the rest of the tracks to talk about. Um, the second track is called Home, spelled H, capital O, capital H, capital M, right? So I know maybe it's, everybody's gonna get something different from each track and what they are open to at that time. But for me, if it speaks to like home beyond a physical space, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
to me, um, like what personal stories or memories shape the theme of this song, and you're gonna answer that once we play a snippet of it. All right. So I'll give you a little bit of time to
Word.
think about that. Yeah.
I appreciate you.
I got you, yo. Let's go. Let's see. All right.
They say home is where the heart is. I'm on the road, I feel heartless. Been on the go since I started. The goal was the goal post. Now we go beyond it, right beyond the margin. Right to find them honest. Layers to the unconscious. Come up with double entendres. From the blocks to the Bronx bombers. Promise, we not farmers. Grew up on top rhyming. The day the sun don't come out is when I stop grinding. Peaks and valleys can't stop climbing. The journey's here, can't stop arriving.
That's it. Reel up. That's
Got
it.
him.
That's
Got him.
That's all y'all get. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
I
So
love that.
you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just reiterate that question again, man. As far as home goes, like
Yeah.
what personal stories and or memories shape the theme of this track, yo?
Bro, that is a great question. You got some great questions,
Hey,
bro. I appreciate
I appreciate
that.
that.
You really are the golden mine. um, oh man, that's a really good question because that's honestly what I started thinking about more once we decided this is gonna be the title. And once I started seeing things fall into place. Cause like just because we had the name didn't mean like I had the whole concept fleshed out right away. And that beat, man, that instrumental again, shout out to T Dot, bro. Like he absolutely murked that shit. Like, and there's another version of that instrumental, which the homegirl Brema raps on later on the album. That was the original version, but we decided to strip it down so it could build. So as the second verse comes in, third verse comes in, it builds. But I was really trying to encompass so many definitions of home, like literal home where you live. Then the statement like home is where the heart is. You as long as you in tune with yourself, like your heart is always, you should be always be connected to your heart. Your heart is always with you. And then like you alluded to with the actual question, like travel because as you said when you was introducing me, I'm from New York. I'm somehow out here on the West Coast. Somehow I still don't believe this shit myself. On top of that, like I've been blessed to travel, other countries and shit. And everything I carry with me, everyone I love, everything I love is with me in all those times and places. So that's kind of what I was trying to touch on, like who I am, who the people around me that matter are, what it feels like to travel to these places with them with me, but not literally with me. And I think it was super important to include like my kids' voices. I think that's the only track where all three of my kids' voices are on there. Like that's my baby in the beginning, and then I believe it's between the second and third verse is my older son and my middle child, my daughter. It's a really old video, but it's them like playing in a park, and like my son's like, "You're going no." My daughter's like, "You're going too fast," and she's saying that to my son in the video, but it like matches the theme and the song perfectly. So it's like another one of those things. It's like you said, it's like intention. Even though we didn't sit there thinking like, oh, we're gonna do this and add this, the shit just came together so fucking perfectly, and I love that. Like literally, genuinely, like most days, that's one of my favorite songs, like top 3 songs.
Yeah, man. Yo, yo, I appreciate you doing that, man. You know, we family, man. You know, T.Einsof is in the house right now, man. What's good, T.
Yeah.
Yo, what's good, yo? Like, you know, we all family men now, yo. So, you know what I mean? Hey, Bird, what's good?
Yo.
How you doing, man?
I'm
What
good, man.
up?
How y'all, man?
Good. Great, blessed, man.
Yeah, speaking of family, my bad, y'all. I'm with the family right now. Black guy here, brother Topri here, Fern here, my little brother here. So
Love Supremes in the house, yo. What's good? What's
yeah,
good?
nah,
Yo.
I got caught in. We were making a beat and everything, so I got caught into the process. My bad, yo.
You
Hey,
know,
but what
I
up?
figured you was doing something, you know, like, you know what I mean? It could have been anything, man. I just wanted to make sure you were safe, though. That's all.
No, mad love. That's my
Yeah.
apologies, yo.
Yo, so we talking to all right, here we go, listeners, man, internets. We talking to Dom Cruz and T.Einsof, man, who are the creators of A Happy Home, which came out December of 2024, man. It came out as a 13-track album. If you get the cassette, it turns into a 17-track album. If you get the CD, is it 16?
Yeah. The cassette is 14. The digital release is 16, and I think the CD got Does the CD got everything, Dom?
It depends, man, bro, because I think there's multiple versions. Like
Yeah.
that's something we never really. I know there's motherfuckers with a 13-track version, and I know there's people with a 16-track version. So just depends when you bought it, type shit.
Yeah. That is definitely correct. Because the intentional aspect was journal entry 3 was personally bonus track for the cassette. That's why it's 14. But Dom's been sitting there and making albums. The last 2 albums had bonus records that he released on top of the regular release. So it's like when you buy the shit, you get extra joints. So that's where that idea came about. Within the extra means of 3 extra tracks. Yeah. So I believe that's the digital version, and I do believe, like he was saying, some CDs do got 16, some CDs got 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more music out there from all these sessions as well.
Yo, hopefully we get to hear them. Hopefully they get to see the light of day eventually. But we're gonna talk about A Happy Home right now, which is a very personal. Like this is one of the albums. Like when I'm talking to my grandkids, like, and hey, like granddad, like, yo, what was you listening to? Like, what was an impactful album that you listened to? I'm adding this to the list. You know what I mean? I gotta add this to the collection. Like, I'm gonna make its own like capsule, like a time capsule type of thing. Like, okay, you trying to grow as a person, you trying to grow as a human being, as a spirit. I'm putting that in there. You know, there's other albums that I grew up with that I throw in there, but this is one of them ones, man. That's salute to y'all, man, for
Thank you,
creating
bro.
such a dope piece of like, I can't even just say music, man, because it's more than that, yo. It's for real more than that, man.
Nah, I appreciate you. I got a question for you,
Yes, sir.
if you don't mind. You've been supporting me and listening to my music damn near from the jump, you know, as well as understanding and observing the journey I'm on as a human being. How does this album line up to everything that has been created that you've heard or I've shared with you prior?
This is, man, I gotta say it's this hits a different spectrum for me, man. Like it's a higher spectrum. Like what you were doing before was good, you know what I mean, in its own right, like for each individual piece of music when you were like working with, you know, Johnny Unitas and, you know, all of these different, you know, amazing talented people. But I feel like you tapped into like a different, like just the two of y'all combining, it's like a different spiritual energy, man. It's
Yeah.
I can't even properly describe it, man, because that's such a dope question. But man, it's levels above, man. What you did, yeah.
I appreciate you. The reason why I was asking, because I was just curious, because the first interview was like years ago, and
Oh man, when I first started.
and you asked me a lot of intricate questions. So I just wanted to sit there and ask a question that presents like a third party observation. You know, that is just like, okay, I seen you go from this to this, or from this feeling of intention within spirit and message to, you know, this whole album that embodies pretty much, I feel like everything that was spoken about or sprinkled in every other release, you know, whether that was personal pieces by me or like album I did with Joey, the EP I did with Johnny, being a part of other records that people asked me to produce for their albums. So I don't know, it's just an interesting question, because you've been a supportive individual, and not only that, just a friend for such a long time, that it's like, it's dope to get external pieces of information.
Yeah, man. Yo, I I appreciate that. Like when I first came across your music, I think I was in Japan, man, when I was just tapping into different artists from around the world, man. And I ran across your page and then, you know, started supporting from there. And I was like, yo, he's like on to something. It's like I can't put my finger on it, but for lack of a better word, I fucks with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I fucks with it, So, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? If he's gonna keep making music like this, I'm gonna continue messing with it, keep supporting it, keep pushing it, you know, to the masses, whoever was listening, looking at my Twitter page and all that stuff. And then, you know, one of the albums, I think you did it with Johnny Unitas, man. I think that is his name, right? Johnny Unitas?
Yeah, Jonathan Unitas, yeah.
When you came out with that album, I think that was one of the albums that I was like, yo, I gotta start a podcast, man. Cause yo, what I can say on Twitter is not enough. Like it can go and then disappear in 1 second. But if I start and, you know, and really tap into, you know, have people listen to these albums and these specific artists, it can live forever. And then whoever's like gonna be looking at this a year from now, 2 years from now, they're gonna be like, oh, all right, let me go back to this album, listen to, because they vibing on it. You know what I mean? They talking so highly about it. But yo, now I'm getting, it ain't about me, man. It's about y'all, man. Let's get let me talk about y'all, man, for a second. But yo, man, man, fatherhood. We fathers now, man. Dad gang, yo.
Big West.
Yeah, that's it. Dad gang. You touch on fatherhood and generational gaps in home. How did you like approach writing so intimately about being a dad, man?
That's a crazy question. I think it felt like once we knew the direction of the project, like once we knew we was really trying to take it there, there's no telling my story without talking about my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like they are me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't exist without them is the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like they honestly, like if it wasn't for my kids being born, like from the very moment my first son was born, Aiden, like I genuinely don't know if I'd be here. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was in my early 20s. I was a little reckless. I didn't really have a lot of direction. But I know when I like officially met my son, I was like, this is this is a little bit bigger than me, even though I truly didn't, have the maturity at that time. I knew I needed to grow up and I wanted to grow up. And, when my daughter was born, same thing. It just like levels you up. And I just felt like it was necessary for me to be honest and vulnerable, because the way I look at it is I don't really show my kids my music right now. If they find it, they find it, or sometimes they hear pieces of it, but I know one day they will hear it, and I want them to just hear the truth. But yeah, I was saying, I want them to hear the truth. I want them to hear my perspective. So that's kind of where I was coming from with it. And I felt like it was also important to mention my upbringing within that same vein, like how my pops wasn't around, how I had a step pops.
Wow.
Yeah, my shit dropped for a second. I don't know if like everything I said went through, but yeah, that after that, your mic went muted.
Yeah, my shit was tripping as well. The last thing I caught was the means of evolution. Like, you wanted to sit there and speak upon it within your perspective without sitting there and getting too caught up in everything.
Yeah, I was pretty much, I would say, to summarize it, let me just pull off, because I'm in the whip. Let me pull off to where I got a little better service. But I just wanted to just speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? My truth. Like I was saying earlier, like music is really my therapy. If I don't let it out here, I don't know how else I'm gonna let it out, at least in a healthy way. So I felt like it was important for me to speak on that relationship with my kids, whether it's the positive sides or the negative sides. And everything just kind of came out of me, bro. Like, that's the beautiful shit about music, at least for me. Like, I can't help it. It just comes out of me. It is, like you said way earlier, like a confession in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Okay, so we're gonna go to Plant Seeds, which is another like standout track for me. But there's a lot of standout tracks on this whole album. Like, there's no skips, and I'm bumping this album right now. Like, when I go pick up my daughter, she's like, yeah, go. I'll pause it when they get in, because sometimes they don't listen to what I'm listening to. But she'll be like, yeah, you can turn it back on, Daddy. I'm like, all right, cool. So we started.
That's fire.
So we started bumping it. Yes, the 16-year-old. Yeah, she's getting her musical like influences and stuff like that from me and her mom. So
Fire.
But I was like, all right, cool. So I started bumping it. But Plant Seeds, we're gonna talk about Plant Seeds. I'm gonna play a little snippet of it for the internets. Make sure y'all follow Dom Cruz on I think it's Dom Cruz Music on Twitter and Instagram, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And then TEedotEinsof on Instagram and Twitter, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then follow them on Bandcamp. Where else? Apple Music, Spotify. No, not fuck Spotify.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Wherever you listen to music, wherever you enjoy your means of relaxation and audio. Yeah. Look up Dom Cruz Music, look up TEedotEinsof, look up Golden Mind.
Appreciate the plug, yo. Shameless plug, yo. So we're gonna get in these Plant Seeds real quick, and we're gonna come right back, and I got a couple questions for y'all about that one too.
Okay, heck yeah.
All I wanna do is plant these seeds. Take my hand, take a walk with me. Put your feet in the dirt, get lost with me. Take trips from the world quarterly. Support my seeds who supporting me. Need some sort of ground. My skin is tan, my over brown. Out the window with a quarter pound. On the road, Florida bound. Texas, Georgia, back to New York. Gotta get caught up. Brooklyn, Fordham. All the places we was brought up. From the bottom, grounded, rotten. Absorb the pollen, now we blossom. Evolving, we got sons and daughters. Look what these seeds done brought us. Look at what these seeds done taught us.
All I wanna do is
Yo, man. Yo, like you know what, man? I want to play the whole track, but nah, man, we ain't giving that to them, yo. They gotta go get the album, yo. They got, they gotta go get the album, yo. That ain't what we doing, yo. But yo, Plant Sleeves is such a man. The T-Dot, man. Let me ask you this question first, man. From a production standpoint, I mean, both of y'all are beat makers, music producers, man. You took a very minimal approach to this track. It's just the pianos, you know what I mean? Some percussion hits, some ambient like waterfall type of thing, man. Like, is it like was it did you build the track like this, or was it a lot bigger and you just started stripping away what didn't match what Dom was talking about?
No, that beat was made in 2019 when I was still raw. Them vocals, that Plant Seeds of Love, is actually the homie Kevin Jerome. Shout out to my brother Kevin. That's from a session we recorded in like early 2019, and I just found a part of the vocals and I was just like, I like this, and I just made a beat around that. I was in a depressive state of mind, like I wasn't feeling really within myself. I had a lot going on in life, so that was why that came about, was like a reminder myself, I'm here to plant seeds of love. It doesn't matter if the chaos and everything that's going on around me, like I'm still here to be myself through and through, true and true. But that beat is a few different layers, so it's just like Middle Eastern sample, and that's where you get at the end. It's like a sitar or like the strings instrument that's like whoa.
Yeah.
That's the beginning of the record, and then you got water and everything behind it. So I just used the water, I looped it to sit there and create a feeling and an intention, and then I just built the percussion and everything around it. I don't really make beats like that. That was like probably one of the most liberating joints I made, because I was really going through some shit in life and I was just wanting to let some feelings out. So it's just like, okay, there's no subconscious structure, you know what I'm saying? When you know how to make beats and you just go about it the same way every time, or like you just have this routine you go about. There was no routine. It was just like, okay, this feels good. Oh, this feels good. Oh shit, you about to sit there and cry a little bit. Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, that's a common theme, man. When you talking about that, you saying, we going through some things, and when you were creating it, it was just the most liberating. I feel like as men, we don't often talk about our emotions, our feelings, and stuff like that, which is a bad thing. And it can be a bad thing, especially if we bottle up and just let things keep adding to it, and then we explode, and it's gonna cost us, if not now, you know what I'm saying? Like what you built, what you worked so hard for, man. That I think that's important to talk about. Like, yeah, we as men, we go through things. We're not women, because women they talk. Women just talk. That's a natural thing for women to just talk. But men, like, if we don't feel safe around other men to convey our emotions, we're not gonna talk. Yeah. We're not gonna talk.
Yeah. No, facts. And like for me personally, I'm around a lot of people. Not sitting there saying I know a lot of people. There's a big difference. And I respect the means of knowing someone compared to being around folks. But that's for the means of sitting there saying, like, for the people I'm around, there's that space of conversation. Like me and Dom talk about life all the time. Like we have a lot of similarities in our life, so it's been easy to sit there and reflect and learn from each other. Like, especially now that I'm a father, stepping into this new role. I ask him about advice, or he shares his stories and experiences, and it allows me to sit there and, okay, how can I tend to this a lot easier, a lot more efficient? Like, Frank Burned the Topher, he's a father, like being surrounded by other fathers, it allows the journey of that season to be a little bit more efficient because you got a lot of people around you that's balancing out shit. Like you know, you're balancing out being a pops, but then also being your own individual. And sometimes, like I think we've spoken about before, is like sometimes you got to draw back and prioritize because that's also a part of being a man. Is being able to sit there and stand in responsibility and not be selfish in our own desires, our own ways.
Mm-hmm. Dom, you wanna add anything to that?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say like where we at in the world right now, like I think it's important for us to just continue that conversation, like to keep encouraging other men to speak what you feel, however you need to do that, whether it's through your music, through your podcast, in person, you know, whatever the case may be, because when you put yourself out there like that, what you're doing, you know, a lot of times you're inspiring someone to do the same. And that's important because like if no one does it, then no one does it. But it's like the domino effect, you know what I'm saying? And once we could start speaking about these things, then it's not so taboo, and it doesn't have to be an absolute truth. Like we say it so often, like it's an absolute truth, like men don't speak about their feelings. Well, I kind of disagree with that because I do know men that speak about their feelings. It's just that the majority and the mainstream like consciousness kind of makes it seem like we don't. And I understand that because like I won't just open up to anybody anytime. But you know, it's really about how well you know yourself, you know, because I think a lot of the times we don't want to communicate because we either fear being judged or we it's just some kind of fear or pride, you know, that you're gonna look weak or something like that. But you know, I think by now, you know, we all pretty grown, like we know that don't necessarily make you weak. It actually makes you stronger because you're comfortable with yourself. You know, you know that whether you open up to someone and how they receive it or not, that doesn't define you. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make you any less than or even more than, you know, you still just a person.
Facts, man. Yeah, I appreciate both of y'all's insight on this, man, because that is, yeah, it is true. Like, I do know some men that there's only a couple men that I can really, you know, really just say what's on my mind. You know what I mean? Like what I've been dealing with without fear of judgment or reprisal or, you know, being called a pussy or, you know, like, or man up type of thing. You know, it's like we got to express our emotions, man. Like, come on, man. Like, yeah, but okay, man.
We all human, man. We all human at the end of the day. Like, I don't know. To me, that's still like, I don't know. To me, that's just a little immature, man. Like to you know, to say anybody, man or woman, is a pussy or whatever just because they feel some shit. You know, people want you to be quiet or to be numb or to shrink yourself because that's what makes them comfortable. Because when you start doing that, then they start feeling like they have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they don't know how to do that, or it's scary to them to do that. You know, that's what the whole concept of like mirrors and reflection is like, when you present yourself, however you present yourself, whether that's open, closed, intellectual, whatever label, you're gonna ignite that in another person. You know, like when someone's like, oh, I just got a haircut, they're like, oh, I need to get a haircut. Or I was just listening to Nas, they're gonna be like, oh, I was just listening to the clips. Because that's how we connect. Like you say something, I say something that's as close to that as possible. It's just like nature. But when you start taking it there, speaking about emotions, especially heavy ones like pain or shame or guilt or whatever, stress even, like now the person in the room with you, they kind of feel like they have to too. And a lot of people just don't know. You know, a lot of us were silenced by our parents, our school system, or were even left alone. Some of us were abandoned. So it's like we didn't even have anyone to talk to. You know what I'm saying? I definitely felt that way growing up. I was left alone a lot in the crib. I was talking to my fucking toys and shit, you know, and motherfucker had to learn, like, had to go through shit to learn, like, this is not healthy. You know, I had to be around people that like exposed that in me. Like, yo, you don't know how to express yourself. and I'm still working on it to this day, you know. But that's that's kind of the point, because you bottle all that shit up with you, man. That shit gonna kill you. That shit gonna turn into cancer.
Yeah, yeah. That shit is inflammation.
That part, man. Yo, plant seeds, right? This is the last question before this. We getting deep in here, man. I told y'all this album is very like it's not heavy in a bad way. It's just it touches on human emotions, man, and make you start thinking and reflecting, like, you know what I mean, like what you were saying and the way the music feels, and yeah. But when you think about, and this is a question for both of y'all, when you think about seeds in your career so far, what have been the earliest seeds that are now bearing fruit?
Oh man, you want to take that down first? Or?
You gotta take that down.
Yeah, yeah. You could go first, bro.
In all honesty, I want to sit there and say, just taking that chance in general, man. Like, there's a moment and point in time where it's like the end of the year, the EOTY EP with Johnny. That was my first project I ever released, and that only happened because Johnny wanted to continue on with what the project was. It was originally him, the homie Alpha Memphis from Queens, and the homie Ray Clev from LA, and it was gonna be all three of them on all those beats. But the other two was going through life, and Johnny was just like, I'm still down. But I had to ask him, like, yo, I haven't heard from anything in a minute. Like, this is what's going on. This is the update. And he's just like, damn, bro. He's like, I'm still down. And for him to continue on and believe in me to sit there and release that piece, and we pressed it up on cassette and sold out, and just to do that with my friend that I've known for, I would sit there and say, for 8 years at that moment, 9 years at that moment, was amazing, because I was gonna scrap that whole thing, you know. And if it didn't work out like that, I don't know if that would have allowed me to move into releasing music or pressing music up, because after that I released The Grow, which was the first beat tape I released, you know, and that was like the same month. So it just led to a domino effect of confidence, like, okay, I could do this, you know. And I appreciate Brother Johnny, for real. That motherfucker sat there and was like one of the first individuals, MC wise and just like friend wise, to really believe in me and be like, yo, bro, let's do this. And, you know, the rest is history. So that actually led into the project with Joey Golden. If I didn't do that with Johnny, because Joey was recording all of Johnny's shit, it led into Retrograde and Retrograde 2 with Joey. So Johnny's really like a huge factor in a lot of this.
Yeah, I can see him in your orbit, man. As you've been progressing over the years, he's definitely been the mainstay from the beginning. That's still there, you know what I mean? And he's growing too, so
he's amazing. Honestly, I don't want to get too much into it, but I remember having a conversation while I was tearing up, because he was talking about wanting to retire, and that was like a few years ago. And I was just like, damn, bro, like there's so much more to do. Like, but I was selfishly like in the midst of moving forward. Like, I'm seeing everything now, you know, but I'm newly creating. He's been doing this for a cool minute. So when he sat there and when he originally said that, I was tearing up, and he's just like, yeah, bro, like, but I'm gonna still do music and shit. Like, I'm gonna be A&R and managing or having a label, doing something. But then sitting there and seeing him continue to move forward and make music has been amazing, because like, he's an amazing MC. He's a beautiful spirit, but he's a cold ass MC. And to sit there and see him go against what he was initially feeling is dope, because he deserves it. Like, that album that he did with Thank You, amazing. That shit that he does with Joey, brother Joey Golden, The Joint, amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Joey Golden is another MC, a beautiful spirit, amazing. Like, and we just around some solid people, so it makes planting these seeds to add more to that. Planting these seeds a lot easier, because it's like, it's family. I don't think I've ever worked with anybody that hasn't been family.
Yeah, dope, man. Dom, what about you, yo?
Yeah, man. Shouts to Johnny, man. But yeah, man. The question was like, what was the question again, bro?
The question is, what seeds in your career, like in your career right now, are
Yeah,
bearing fruit for you right now?
that's crazy, man. Cause I've been through so much doing music. Like I did pretty much retire for like 7 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a whole fucking back catalog that a lot of people do not even know about. Like I'm talking about. I was rapping when I was 16, bro. I was making mixtapes on my homies' shit, burning them. I had so many mixtapes. This shit is nuts. Like rapping over industry beats and all that shit. So I think if I speak on that, like that showed me that I could do this. Like, cause I didn't even know where the game was going. You know what I'm saying? I was literally a kid, like literally a kid, 17 years old, hanging out with a bunch of like people in their 20s. And, you know, honestly, I was in the streets running around doing things I probably shouldn't have been doing. But when I realized that I have a place that I could record my own music, like at my own time, I was like, wow, I could do this, you know, like I could do this in tandem, and I could be out there with CDs instead, you know, outside like peddling this shit. And you know, look at us now, you know, it's like a good 10, 15 years later and shit, but it's the same concept. It's Bandcamp, it's cassettes, it's CDs. And I think that showed me that even, you know, all you need is really a couple people in your corner to make it happen. You know, granted at that time I was ignorant. I don't think those were the right people to be with, but now I'm with the right people, you know what I'm saying? And now I got all that experience of trying and failing forward. And now it's bearing fruit. Like, you know, the album sells itself. We on podcasts now. We play shows in different states. There's people in Japan that buy the album. There's people in Australia spinning our shit when they DJ. To me, that's the fruit. It's because it's so easy, especially in music. I feel like, you know, I hear this from a lot of artists, like they see something bigger happening and coming, and I'm like, I agree with you. You know, I agree with you, but there's shit happening right now. Like there's a lot to be grateful for. There's a lot that I never thought I would see happen. I never thought I'd see the light of day, that I play music in what, like eight states at this point now. Like, to me, that is a huge accomplishment in itself, because like I said, at one point I was done with this shit. I was 29, I had my second kid, and I felt like, man, I just need to be a family man, and I need to just have a career to feed my family, and that needs to be it. And I really love that I went through that. I'm so grateful I went through that, because I felt that voice in the back of my head. I felt like my soul inside, like, no, motherfucker, like write a rhyme. You know what I'm saying? And like, see if you still got it. And it's like, little by little, it's like, okay, I still got it. You know, post a little video, people like commenting it like crazy. And it's like, okay, I got it. And it's just like another domino effect. Cause I remember I posted like a freestyle rapping over a Jay Dilla beat. I think it was the day after Thanksgiving, or it was Christmas Eve or something, like 2 years ago. And that was me still just fucking around. Like, I didn't really want to make an album or take myself serious at all. And there came a few different producers sliding in my DMs like, yo, let me send you some beats. And the next thing you know, I was working on an album. You know what I'm saying? And then one thing leads to the next, and it's just another album. And then it's just more connections. And it's like, yo, you want to play a show here? Yo, yeah. And then you just keep going and you keep going. And it's a snowball effect, bro. So everything you do counts in this life, good or bad, and not just music. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful for, you know, for T-Dot, for people like you that support me, that show me I'm not tripping when I know that, like, I'm on to something with this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? This isn't just all in my head. Like, it's real. Like, I'm telling a real story. My story matters. My story helps other people tell their story, and it helps other people feel okay. Like, damn, I'm not the only father that's stressed out, or I'm not the only dude that's trying to balance being an artist, have a job, be a boyfriend or a husband, and a father. Like, I'm not the only one. And yeah, not to go on a tangent, but I think that story in itself is a very human story. And I think not only me, there's tons of other artists like that. Like, you know, Johnny's a very human, you know, like, artist. Like, you listen to his music, he just talking about being a human, really. You know what I'm saying? And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Man, that part, yo. Yo, man. Yo, it be little like, I mean, before we get to this next track, man, it be little moments that we all, every single one of us can point to and be like, this is the moment where I didn't quit. I didn't give up on myself. You know what I mean? Yes, I was trying to take care of business, be a man, be an honorable man, but then also be a creative man. You know what I mean? Be able to express myself. You know what I mean? Like for me, it's the podcast, it's music. For y'all, it's making beats, it's writing rhymes, it's connecting with, all these different mutants around the world, man. Like what y'all doing with the Love Supreme, man, and like Bong, what's his name? Bong Bong Bagong.
Yeah, the loop pictures.
Yeah. And Black Eyed Nine, like, and Dom, like what y'all did with this next track, what you gonna talk about, but it be little moments, man. Those little moments be defining so much, man. That's why when I'm like making decisions, I gotta do it like what feels right, yo. Like what feels right, not what like nobody else needs. What feels right, yo. That's the only thing that you can really hang your head on at the end of the day when you lay your head down and be like, yo, did I make this decision for other people? Not inside your own little circle, but other people outside, or did you make it for your family and for yourself? You know what I'm saying? But man, but man, I
No,
appreciate
no.
all y'all, man.
I want to add on to that one time
Yes,
because
sir. Let's go.
you made me sit there and think about just the totality of everything. So like from 2017 to now, like the resilience in that journey, like I've spoken about in the previous interview when my grandmother passed and my best friend passed, and continue to pursue. I'm evicted, living homeless. My family's homeless. I'm doing my best to continue to take care of them. I'm in an apartment. My mom's on drugs. To continue to move forward to now. Uh, I'm at a space where I'm renting a crib myself, my name, got a new car. I'm doing all this. I made an album with my brother, like in the 7 years, 8 years span, to not give up because there's always people like, yo, you could do this yourself. Leave your family. Like, why you with them? They making mistakes, yada, yada, yada. But to continue to trust myself and understand it's not them making mistakes, it's what I'm capable of due to me honoring my grandparents. That was, and what is, what I feel like is the most impactful seed I've planted, to continue to make music through those times, to continue to believe in myself through those times, to continue to trust in the path and not disgrace what I feel like my mission is here. So yeah, that's the biggest one.
Man, because shout out to the abuelas, and I don't know how you say grandpa, abuelos.
Abuelos, yeah, abuelos.
Abuelos, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to, what I mean, like my mom and my pop, man, like,
For
and
real.
my grandma, Francine, man, like she, like when I'm thinking about how I'm becoming a man and what I'm doing right now, like I'm always thinking, like in the back of my, like, yo, am I making them proud? Like, are they are they are they happy about the man I became and I'm becoming? And I ain't even done growing as a man. So it's kind of
Right.
like, I'm thinking about all the stuff that they instilled in me. And I'm pretty sure y'all think about this too. All the stuff they instilled in y'all taking that wisdom and then building your own life with it, and then have them look down and say, that's that's my mijo. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. No, fact,
You
fact.
know what I'm saying? Um,
Being
but
able
yeah.
to honor their spirit as they transition instead of leaving it stagnant. It's still energy and motion. So what we gonna do with it? Is me and Dom talked about it, and God, we have this inside joke, and it's Goku. Because Goku, when he was younger, he lost his grandfather, but that's what set him on his shit, his hero's
Mhm.
journey, and Super Saiyan for God Goku, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's another thing that we have in common that we be talking about. Is like we both lost a grandparent that catapulted and get anchored the reasoning behind who we are and why we do what we do. You know, so
Yeah. There's always man, speaking of the hero's journey, man, I was thinking like there's always a traumatic moment, like a defining moment that sets us on that hero's journey. You know what I'm saying? Like if not, we would never get pushed. We would never go towards what we're supposed to go towards. You know what I'm saying? So it has to
bro.
take that defining moment to push you towards. You know what I mean? Man, it's crazy, man. What's up, fella? What's up, y'all?
Yeah, my family just popped up. I got my woman, my kids, Fern's in the building.
What up, y'all? What up? Yeah. But yo, what's up? Princess, what's up?
Hey.
Hello. Tia, what's your woman's name?
My woman's name is Brienne, but she goes by Brima.
Brima. Oh, that's what we're about to talk about, yo. Wait, she is featured on this album too. Yeah. Room. Yeah. We gotta talk about that, yo. We have to think Brima, don't go far, man. We gotta talk to you, yo. We gotta talk to you. But okay, so let me go to journal entry real quick. I'm gonna skip around just because we've been talking on some deep stuff, but it's needed introspection. Journal entry featuring and it's Uncle Z's interlude.
Yeah, Uncle Z's. Yeah.
Featuring Uncle Z's, co-produced by Black Guy 9, Bong Bong Bagong. That's a crazy name, yo. And Dom Cruz, man. So we're gonna play a little snippet of this joint, and then we're gonna talk about that joint real quick, all right?
A film star, but you can see the dynamism, you can see the passion, you can see the personality of the man, of the young man there. They don't make him like that anymore, really.
Ever since I peeped the order and the chaos, I've been on my job, never with a day off. It seems pretty clear to me America is Adolf. After World War II, we got paid off. Pyramid schemes, from the Mayans to the Madoffs and Billie Jean's trying to take off. The military got a hold, religion got our souls. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, she do it for the likes. I wanted it for life, wanna do what's right. Temptation by the night, got a soulmate, not a wife. Purity is my answer if you asking about my type.
Woo, real up. Yo, man. Man, you got super deep on this joint, man. Like for the internets that are listening and watching this, man, just know when you buy this album, man, on Bandcamp, they included the lyrics to these tracks. Maybe not all of them, but the main ones. Actually, yeah.
All my lyrics are on there. Yeah, I didn't got nobody else's, but all mine are on there.
Yeah, so all of the lyrics on there, man. When you said, ever since I peeped the order through the chaos, I've been on my job, never with a day off. I felt that because we be working our ass off, man. But then you said, it seems pretty clear to me America is Adolf. After World War II, we got paid off. And then you go into the pyramid schemes with the Mayans and the Madoffs and all of that type of stuff. That track right there, man. It's titled Journal Entry, man. Journal Entry number 1.
Yeah.
How did that come about, man? You wrote these lyrics, and then you got Black Guy 9, Bong Bong Bagong, and you producing it, man. So how did those lyrics come about, yo?
Yo, so I will say shout out to Black Guy, because if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering correctly, he said that sounds like a journal entry, and then we just took it and ran with it. So then, like, we made another track. We were like, oh, that's part 2. We made another one that's like, yo, that's part 3. But yeah, they made that beat. Bong Bong, Black God, and T-Dot made that first part of the beat. I co-produced the second part. And yeah, they played that shit for me. It's called some crazy shit. Like, they named it like Bad Bunny Disco, some crazy shit. And I was like, yo, I need that Bad Bunny. Like, that shit That shit is hard. I wasn't with them that day. I was supposed to be with them, but I didn't pull up. And yeah, that one just felt like kind of like fun. Like I was really just trying to have fun and talk some shit. I remember I wrote that shit. It was real late at night. I was chilling outside of somebody's crib, waiting for them to open the door. And it was really honestly like some stream of consciousness shit. Like just those things came to me. And then they kind of just developed into a story, because the story that I'm really trying to tell from the beginning is just how like the world shapes and influences our roles. You know, so like I feel like America, you know, like I said, has got a lot of our systems from like fucking, what's that word? I can't think of the fucking word, but whatever fucking the Nazis are, those motherfuckers, that type shit. I feel like America has developed this whole system on that, and gender roles do play a big part of that, you know, like patriarchy and shit like that, where kind of like what we've been talking about, a man needs to be a certain way and a woman needs to be a certain way. So I know I start off like hella left field talking about Hitler and Mayans and shit, but I pretty much start easing into like my role with my woman and how we don't really feed into that. Like we do, but we don't, you know? So that's kind of the point of the journal entry. It's like a stream of consciousness. And I really wanted to have fun with it, you know, because I feel like I felt the fun they had making that beat. So that's why, you know, in the beginning and then you got that like tongue-in-cheek shit, like shake that ass. Because I'm kind of like just bringing it back to having fun. Like, yeah, I'm going to say some heavy shit, but I'm like, but just shake your ass, you know? Like, I envision like a woman in the kitchen scrambling some eggs and some booty shorts, like just shaking her ass to that beat, you know what I'm saying? While I'm over here rapping about Hitler and shit.
Yeah, about Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I think this is the track where you were talking about pouring into our women, right? Like pouring, nurturing our women.
Exactly.
You know, you're saying like pussy is power, but the pussy ain't ours. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because J. Cole said that in the track, bro. He said pussy is power, and I don't agree with that shit, bro. Like, men have no control over a woman like in that way. Like, that's their power.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They can hypnotize you with that shit, but your power is to you. Your power is you and how you live and how you think and how you move. That shit ain't got nothing to do with you, bro. Unless you a pimp.
Word sugar free.
Yeah. Yo, man. Man, I wish I could. Like that one is that's a minimalist beat too, man. I feel like a lot of the joints on this album are minimalist beats. Not disrespectfully or anything like that, but there's just enough instrumentation to where you pay attention to the lyrics. You can hear the lyrics, they cut through, but then you also listen to the instrumentation, the beat underneath, man, which is a great balance to have, yo.
No, love, brother. I appreciate you. It's how can I sit there and say it's been amazing because majority of these sessions he was there for, so it's beautiful to sit there and have his way of sitting there saying stop, because I'll go overboard. I'll sit there and not save a beat. I'll make 5 beats and none of them matter. Like, so to be able to have someone next to me was just like, yo, bro, no, that's the one. That's the chops. That's the groove. That's the, you know, it's helped a lot. Because, yeah, I'll be overthinking shit a lot.
Don't overthink it, man. Yo, you did. Yo, man, I got man, I wish I had the voice note that I got from somebody that was featured on here, but I might play that for y'all later. Let's talk about the Emperor and the Sage, featuring Storm Rouge. Who is Storm Rouge, first of all?
Yeah, Storm Rogue. That's my homie. She out in Atlanta. Yeah, she a dope singer, man. Like we just randomly started talking from my business page from Roots to Realms. Like I just saw her like posting like dope music, and I was like, yo, you got good taste. And then we just started talking, and she started telling me she sings and shit. And
when the time came when that track was like starting to be feel more complete, I was like, I know I want a female voice to compliment me. So she was the first person I reached out to, and yeah, she did a thing. That's also another track there's kind of like an alternate version. Like she's like, there's another version with her on the outro instead of me. But yeah, we just rearranged some things. But yeah, she did her thing, man. Shout out to Storm, man.
Yeah, so we're gonna play a little snippet of The Emperor and the Sage, and just talk about that title first of all. We're gonna talk about that title, but let's get into The Emperor and the Sage real quick.
Like the wind, I like the clouds, I like the snow.
The greatest sage in America, sir. He didn't see himself as a scholar. He was a bad man.
Mad one from the horizon. Another tool on the belt of Orion. Another ring on the planet of Iam. This your brain on drugs. Fresh out the frying pan of fire in my environment. Provide for many, though some say I'm a lying man. Speak ill on me, the words dying in your diaphragm. Stop crying, fam, it's just black magic in this diagram. Kings and diamonds in my eye exam. Deja vu came through, paid my dues, allowing space and time to shape my groove.
Woo! Yeah, I can't play the whole thing because y'all gotta go buy the album, man. If you want to listen to the rest of what Dom was saying and hear Storm Rouge, but man, I wish I could fast forward this just to hear her voice, man. Just because when she comes in, what she say? She was saying summer, spring, summer, fall.
Yeah, winter, spring, summer, fall, summer, wind, summer, fall. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, yo, that's dope, man. Like, how did like the Emperor and the Sage, man? Talk about that title real quick.
Yeah, man. It's since we produced that joint together, it's not the only joint we produced together, but the first part of that beat, because I believe that beat has like 3 sides to it. When I wrote that first part, it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna sit down and write a song about like me and T-Dot, but there's like a lot of like inside things, like if you know, you know what I'm saying? Like mad warmth on the horizon, that's what T-Dot always says. So it's like I start the verse off like that. So it's like just shouting them out in a subtle way. And then there's other things scattered throughout the song where I'm kind of just saying things that like we speak about. So another thing is like he always says like sage travels. So I just picked that name, you know what I'm saying? I said the next line that before you cut it off is ride with an emperor, take your time with his temper. So it's kind of like, all right, I'll play the role of the emperor or whatever. T-Dot's the sage, and that's what this track represents. It's kind of like who we are. Very loosely, you know what I'm saying?
I like that. Yeah. I like that, yo.
Appreciate it.
Internets, man, y'all getting behind the scenes on this album, A Happy Home, hOHM, man. So no, you only getting one track. I think it's one track on DSPs, your digital streaming platforms. You gotta come to Bandcamp and support the whole album, or you ain't getting none of it. I think you get 2. You can listen to like 2 joints on Bandcamp before they cut you off. You know what I mean?
No, I think it's like 3 or 4, bro. But still, yeah.
Is it 3 or 4? I thought
I hope 2. So. I think so.
Yeah, man. I thought I saw 2, but either way, go support this album, man, because you want to hear more, man. You want to hear what we're talking about. Like we only touching on little bits of what this album is, man. Like, yes, it's behind the scenes and all of the individuals that are involved and stuff like that. But another joint I want to talk about is another, like standout track is called Flowers, man, which is a deep record. Y'all have a video on YouTube, man. And once this comes out, I'm gonna link that video so everybody can tap into it. There's also a documentary about a happy home as well, man. So there's the documentary where it's I think it's the release party, Dom's birthday, but then it's also another documentary. I can't remember that second part of the documentary, but
it might be some shows.
Yeah.
It might be us playing some shows, recording some stuff.
Yeah. And then I think it's Black Guy 9. Is he the one behind the camera following y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Black Guy 9, man. His photography and video, what do you call that? Videographer skills. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yo, but Flowers, man. We're gonna listen to a little snippet of Flowers. And then talk about that album as well, man. I love that right there, man. Yo, we'll be right back, man. Let's take a snippet of Flowers real quick.
Gotta put us on mute. You be wild.
Even though I came in this world a rolling stone, I don't know how much longer I could roll alone. Got missed messages, calls, alerts in my mobile phone. There's no space for the old ways I've overgrown. Me, myself, and I, introverts know the zone. I feel it in my songs, chromosomes, sitting in a silhouette, mixing emotions with machines like a gigapet. Plastic cup empty, I ain't even poured a liquor yet. Dwelling on predicaments, stress on my ligaments, wondering if it's meant for me, why I ain't get it yet. Maybe this all mine, this isn't how I envisioned it. A year from now we'll see if I'm an idiom or idiot. Never falling on bending knees, fall back, take 10 of these. Family tree got secrets like Genevieve's. Blocked it out, no storage in my memory. Blocked it out, never falling on bending knees, fall back, take 10 of these. Family tree got secrets like Genevieve's. Blocked it out, no storage in my memories. Yeah, yeah, I've seen stranger things in this world in reverse.
Woo! I wanted to say that next verse, that next line, but no, we ain't giving it to you, yo. Y'all gotta buy the album. You want to listen to the rest of it, yo. Yo, listen, man. That sample, but then also like what you saying, Dom, is yo. Let me go to the lyrics, man, real quick. He said, even though I came, see, I'm saying it like you said it, man. With the
go ahead, bro.
Because the beat is in my head, yo. Like,
go for it, bro.
He said, even though I came in this world a rolling stone, I don't know how much longer I can roll alone. Got missed messages, calling alerts in my mobile phone. There's no space for the old ways I've overgrown. Yo,
myself and I.
Me, myself, introverts know the zone. I feel that because I'm an intro. You know what I'm saying? I feel that, bro. Man, the Gigapet, yo, like the Netflix, you know what I mean? And I only know about that show because my girl's watching now. So I know when you said that, I was like, oh, you talking about So yo, let's talk about Flowers, man, which is one of the dope standout tracks for this album, man. Y'all got the video on YouTube, man. Should be blasting up. It should have way more views than what it's got right now, but we're gonna get it up there, yo. Talk about Flowers and how that came about, man.
Yeah. I don't know if Tito look busy. You want to speak on it, bro? So I did the last one.
He having a good old time, yo.
What was the question, my bad, yo?
Flowers, man. How did Flowers come about, man?
It was a depressing day on my end. Like it was December 24th, so it was Christmas Eve. My family came over, and I was sitting there attempting to celebrate something for them because I don't like the holidays, and it ended up being something that turned against me. So then Dom ended up picking me up, and we ended up just kicking it. He ended up allowing me to. Why you beat me up? He ended up allowing me to be a part of his evening with Miss Tanya, and we made music for me for a happy home, and we were sampling his records. And I don't remember what record it was that we sampled. Do you remember what it was, Dom?
No sample switching. Don't even give it to him, yo.
Nah, I know what record it is, but It wasn't from my records. It was we sampled a few shits from my record. Like we sampled some Sunrise shit. I remember that.
Okay.
And the shit was crazy. It was bugged out. But yeah, like he said, he just threw it out. Like he just scrapped it. And then I believe he made another one, scrapped that one. And then when he made that, I know the sample, but I'm not gonna snitch. He told me I didn't even remember that he used that beat. But it has been sampled a lot, and I feel like he fucked it up like completely compared to what other people have done. In a good way, obviously. And
Was it the Dead President one?
Nah, it is Jay-Z has rapped over that sample, I'll say that. But
you got the internet's about to well, Jay-Z sample which one? Which one?
Yeah, or whatever who produced for him did. But yeah, when he made that one, I was like, all right, bro, that's it. No more throwing away beats. Like, keep this shit. And yeah, he was tripping because he felt like it was too simple or whatever, you know. And I was like, nah, bro, like this has a lot of feeling to it. Like, that shit made me want to cry.
Yeah, man. My daughter be around the house singing that part right there.
Yo, my son too, bro. My 1-year-old be singing that shit. Cause I've played that joint around him a couple times, like watching the video or whatever. He like does like this reaction to it, cause you know he ain't really talking or nothing. He's like, ah. I'm just like, all right, let's go. He got the cosign from the 1-year-old.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Nah, for real. No, he ain't lying. That's the reason why we do the drums under it. The drums is some jazz shit that I took. I don't even know where I took it from, but I took them jazz drums and then added an extra kick under them shits to emphasize a little bit more within the And yeah, it's pretty much 3-track, 4-track beat. Like that shit. It felt easy. That's the reason why it's like, I don't know. But then Dom was just like, yeah, he was fed up. And rightfully so, I get it. Like, I was not having my best day. I was having a real shitty day because, like, I really was doing my best to sit there and set something up for my family. So when, like I said, when Don picked me up, it was really him being there for me as a friend. It was just like, yo, let me sit there and help you feel better. And we made music, and that came out of it. Like, I feel like that is the score of the journey, at least for myself. I don't want to speak for Don, but like, now that I sit there and think about life, like that record could get played throughout the whole 33 years that I've lived. And I'd be like, that shit makes sense. That shit makes mad sense.
Yeah. No, I feel that too.
Man, that's a dope joint, man. That's a dope joint,
Thank
man.
you, bro.
When my 11-year-old just randomly be like, yo, put that song on, where it's like, what?
That's dope, bro.
You know
that's hella dope, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Man, last time I checked, I was the man up in this bitch. Like, let's talk, we gonna play 1000 G's featuring Pila. Who is Pila, and can you plug whoever that is, like socials? Because what they were rapping on was dope too, yeah.
It's the homie Pilla.
Pilla.
And rest in peace. Like he's no longer with us. He's my best friend that passed away in 2017. So I took that verse from a previous record. If I'm correct, it's the last record he ever did before passing, and it was produced by his brother Sky Hutch. And I ended up taking that verse off of Stem Separation and adding that to this record, because first and foremost, like, that's my man. It's like he believed in me. Not like he believed in me before a lot of people believed in me, but not only that, he was a real cold ass dude. Like, he was the epitome of fearlessness. So to be able to honor him on this project through Brothers Dom's approval due to his relationship with his cousin, like, it was a mutual thing. I don't know, it had me feeling good, because I've made other remixes with his verses, but to be able to have this live on something meaningful. And yeah, everything he says, bro, he did it. Like, he 3 a.m. coked out, yeah, like, bro, like, he was no joke, but he was also the individual in my life that pushed us, me and the homies Ray Clev and Kevin Jerome, to believe in ourselves, because he always believed in himself, but he believed in us. Like, so he'd be like, yo, that's why I'm around y'all. You know, like, so I wanted to honor him in that sense.
Yo, rest in peace to Pila, man. Yo, we thank you for your contribution, man. And yo, we real quick, man. We're gonna play a little snippet, but this is another standout track too, dog. Like, bruh. All right, hold on, man. Yo, like if I could add this to my because I gotta create. I'm creating playlists on Bandcamp right now, so yeah, this is like my rah-rah, like when I'm, about to go. Anyway, all right, let me play this real quick, yo.
Let's go. Yeah, I love you, Pilla. I'm not fucking with something else, man.
Now I'ma keep this shit 100, I'ma keep this shit a bill. I was plugged in way before I heard of record deals. I used to pop a Xanny just to dream about a $250,000. Feds is on this, now we gotta put our dreams up on the shelf. They shutting out accounts, bank accounts down, and now we moving out. Had to switch cities, too many niggas know my whereabouts. Driving up the 5, came dripping out my left nostril. 6 burners with me, 10 pounds in that fucking Audi. I hit 100 like it ain't 3:07 in the morning. Cuz I'm locked up, I can't pull up on that fucking corner. 13 bands with me, so you know I went and switched to foreigns. Hit my dude's phone, dropped some racks, and then I kept it going. Last time I checked, I was the man up in this bitch. Had the grams up in this bitch. That was the man up in this bitch. Had the last time I checked, I was the man up in this bitch. Had the grams up in this bitch. Bust a pint and pour a fit. Last time I checked, I was the man up in this bitch. Had the grams up in this bitch. That was the man up in this bitch. Had the last time I checked, I was the man up in this bitch. Had the grams up in this bitch. That was the man up in this bitch.
Last time I checked, I was the man up in this bitch. Karate chop, half a pound while tap dancing on the brick. Got cash, but Poppy gonna advance me for this trip. Just wanted fresh kicks, had no plans of getting rich. Teenage years was a menace. Posted by the building, pitching to the tenants. No respect for teachers, elders, or lieutenants. In my 20s, got a little better, understanding a little higher. Can't catch no major cases, cause I caught one as a minor. Started rhyming more, kept it playing with Mateo, Danny, and cousin Brian. We was flying on the MySpace, Facebook grind. Started selling merch, my love for the music started excelling, selling work. Now I'm in my 30s with 3 C's up under me, couple homies underneath. May we heal the wound from these troubled streets. Pour a little bubbly for the ones in better company. Text me when you get home, it's been lovely. Last time I checked, I was the man up in this bitch. 1,000 grams up in this bitch, 100 racks up in this bitch. Yeah, last time I checked, I was the man up.
Heat, bro.
Yo, bruh. Bruh. Oh man. I'll be in the car like, yo, last time I checked, I was the man up. Like,
that's the point, bro. That's the fucking point.
Yo, man. Shout out to y'all for making this joint, man. Like, that's some real stuff. Like what you were going through at that time, but then showing growth. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yo, man, it's a street record. You know what I'm saying? It's a street record, yeah.
100%.
But yo, man. but it's a dope, like 1,000 G's, man, featuring Pila, man. Like, who produced that? And then, like, your flow on that, Dom. Like, Pila's got his flow, but your flow, I feel like you switched it up. Like, like maybe halfway. I caught that, yo. Talk about that, yo.
T-Dot produced that, man. Like, he, that was another joint we did on my crib. I remember when he popped up, like, yo, I got the drums I want to use for the record with Pilla. Because that was a little bit premeditated, like we spoke about it, like, if it was cool with him, like, obviously I asked his permission, like, let's throw your homie that believed in you, that, one of your best friends from your past, let's do something like that to, like, honor him and shit. And once we, like, agreed that's something we want to try to do, he found those drums, and then he was just playing the drums, and yeah, he just fucking with the samples and shit. once we played that sample, I think, you know, he just cleaned it up a little. And yeah, it's just like off to the races to that shit. Like once you hear his verse on that shit, like honestly, that shit could have been its own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even need to be on it, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? We went crazy with it. Like I I had to just match the energy, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just very vivid storytelling with the coke hanging out the left nostril and shit. Like when I heard that shit, when we were trying to pick a verse, I was like, that's the fucking verse I want. Cause I love like vivid shit like that, you know, that it's like you had to be living it to say that shit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just matched the energy, you know. I just talked about things that I've been through that are similar. And yeah, man, that's one of my favorite joints too. That's a lot of people's favorite joints, honestly. A lot of people have told me that's their favorite song.
Man, it's definitely one of them ones, man. It's definitely one of them ones, man. And then there's, you know, as we talk about, as a matter of fact, T Dot, he put it on mute. T Dot, like the drums on that, like, it's like the swingy, like, it's like, it's so like lazy chop type, like it's so dope, man.
So the original drum loop came from a pack. I don't remember the name. I'm sorry. I'm not really good at this shit.
You ain't gotta worry about it.
I chopped it up when I was actually in a session with Brother Burn the Topri. Frank, it was me, Frank, Galaxy, and Black God. And I was chopping up these drums. And we made a whole different beat over that shit. That's another beat that I played for Dom. And I was just like, this shit is the reference. But I was like, I gotta make it real dirty though. That's why I changed the whole sample and re-chopped it. But those drums came from another session. And I see. So yeah, nah, it was premeditated, like Dom said. 'Cause I had like thank you. Never mind, D. It was premeditated. So I told Dom like I had a specific idea, just like I do with Journal Entry 3, which is a whole other record, the bonus record. But it was something that I needed it to hit hard because how his verse was. So I didn't want to sit there and program something. Not to sit there and say I couldn't program something that felt big. It was just like when I heard those joints and I chopped them, I was just like, this fits that record so perfectly because we already found that verse before I laid the drums. That verse was sat on for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before I came across those drums, and the Most High just did what the Most High does. So.
Dope, man. Dope, man. Wow. That's it, yo. That's definitely, man. Y'all gonna make a video for this one, yeah?
We did already.
Wait, is this video out for this?
Dom.
Yeah, there's a video for this. Yeah, there's a video for it.
Oh, I'm tripping.
Yes, it's on the Love Supreme YouTube channel.
I'm tripping. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go plug that one, man. Like, wow. Okay.
No, fucking black guy sat there and shot and edited it. It's in front of my house. We used my car and we used his car. My little brother was driving one car and my sister-in-law was driving the other car, and we're like, I'm sitting on it, playing the beat off of the SP, and then Dom's walking along the car, and it's just like shot and edited, chopped and everything.
Shout out to Black Guy 9, man. Okay, man. Last two joints I'm gonna play before I let y'all go, man. We gotta talk about tribal chiefs.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta talk about tribal. I can't let y'all go without talking about tribal chiefs, featuring Jonathan Unitas, Godbody, Nadi, Theo the Soul, and co-produced by produced by T Dot, co-produced by Dom Cruz and Black Guy 9. Like, man, I can't even play all 5 minutes and 46 seconds. I may give him a minute, yeah. I may give him a minute and let's see what happens, yeah. All right, but I guarantee you they're gonna be like, yeah, let me go get this album, yeah. All right, let's listen to Tribal Chiefs real quick. We're gonna talk about this when I come back.
We look at the four directions. The four directions have, each one has a gift of the need. Our ancestors thought there has to be a need for special powers. Always balance.
777, look who died and resurrected. Blood sacrifice for the ancestors and the essence. Time traveler, mind unraveling. Hit them with the spear, leave they heart on a javelin. Put your ones up, the tribal chief Roman Reigns. I could go for days, hope you don't know my pain. In the studio, 40 nights, 40 days. My mind too advanced, all you do is grow in age. 30 pull-ups on the ball, trying to mold the rage. My story never finished, better go fold the page. Leave a bookmark, yeah, he book smart. Put him in the kitchen with the Pyrex, he cook smart. Got fam that's ignorant, and they still hustling. Timbos and Carhartt, they don't do construction. Brothers of destruction, they put you under for taking the cane. Hell on earth, that's why we love making it rain, huh? Accepting my duality, Dom spit the signs that make you evaluate reality. Know how to penetrate the subconscious through mantras, signs of dumb trauma, words cut deep, fuck armor. Butterfly effect, went back in time and snuff Papa before he nutted mama. Said come harder, change the narrative, never comparison. Kings and queens worshiping pawns, it's just embarrassing. With a face palm, this is Nate Palm. 8 palms in the palm of my hand, I hate y'all. The archetype and architect, and dark to like the sun will set. The final boss, the chosen one, so come correct.
Mission driven, navigating right. Love it or you hate it, that's the game of life. Fuck it if you blow it, still must toss the dice. Niggas fuck up, can't afford it, always pay the price. Bending backwards, too much flexibility. Play around, they deny your capability. Oh no, now you in a limbo. Slice of life, backyard pinball. Knock the eyes out of your skull, 360. Full sight, 2020 hindsight. The world is out, I pray to God you make it home tonight.
That joint is bananas, man.
Yeah.
Wow, yo. And that's only 1 minute and like 1 minute and maybe 20 something seconds in. We didn't even get to the part. Oh, it's my turn? It's my turn? And then I don't know who that was, but they go
that
in.
Yo.
Man, yeah. Tribal Chiefs, man. How did this posse track come about, man?
Oh man. I know it was another one of those like early sessions where we're kind of like brainstorming more than anything and just having conversations. I remember we was talking about just like posse cuts, and I'm not saying that it necessarily 100% went away, but we kind of spoke about how like that was more of a thing back in the day. You know, I remember vividly listening to like a lot of posse cuts growing up, like Rockefeller, Rough Riders, and all them. So we was like, you know, we got to try to do something like that. And, you know, we definitely like tabled ideas of who we wanted to be a part. There was a lot of names we discussed. And yeah, when we didn't have the beat yet. And I think soon after we made that beat, because we all made that together. T-Dot on the drums, that woman like singing in and out, that sample was me. And I think Black God kind of just like arranged everything and made it all clean. Once we made that track, we were like, yeah, this is the posse cut. You know, and there's like 2 sides to it, like a side A, side B. So we decided we was gonna alternate it, and you know, you rap on side A, you rap on side B, and yeah, everybody killed it, man. And I'm really happy with who came out to be, because it really is just a Love Supreme song at that point. You know, everybody in it is pretty much Love Supreme.
Man, yo, that joint is bananas, man. Wow. Yeah, you're right, yo. Like posse cuts used to be at that. I was a big Rough Rider head too, man. So I had the bandana, you know what I mean? I went to the hardware store to go get the DMX chain, you know what I'm saying? Like I was all in, man. But yeah.
I'm done.
Man. But yo, man. Man, I love that track, man. Tribal Chiefs. That's a dope name too. Tribal Chiefs. Let's talk about Spring Equinox for the digital people. That's the last track that they'll hear if they don't get a physical copy, right? So Spring Equinox, let me tell you something, man. it really feels like spring, man. Let me get to my notes, man, because um let me see. Oh man, when you were talking about the metaphors in the track, right? So you were talking about God particles, high consciousness, feeling transformative. Man, like once you asked what's something that they can trust, right? How does trust play into the album's overarching message?
You want to answer that, bro?
Nah, go ahead. You go first. I went first last time.
Nah, bro. I just did a whole Tribal Chiefs. I did Tribal Chiefs.
I didn't know what that was. Okay. What was the question again?
So the question, so for spring equinox, when they were talking about, Don was talking about, God particles, high consciousness, feeling transformative. And then I think Dom asked, what's something they can trust? How does trust play into the album's overarching message?
I love you, baby. I think trust is a big part within the overall message, because I think that's the means of being a man. It's like at the end of the day, all we are looking for is a means of trust or a safe space to be able to emote, quote unquote, like be able to share emotion. So I feel like trust is the foundation of everything, at least for me. Like within the majority of my relationships, like the reason why they blossom is due to them trusting in who I am, regardless of making mistakes. Like I am a human being. I allow them to be a human being, but yet we're able to come together and still move forward to create something bigger than just ourselves. And I think that sits there and relates within family too. Like my woman trusts me to sit there and solve a lot of things that are transpiring within our life, or hiccups that might be presented. It's not that I'm only bearing that responsibility. I can lean on her anytime, but even that means of being able to be trusted, to be able to, like, let me see what you got, and then if you need me, I'm here. Sometimes all it is, that's what it is. It's just like you just need a hug. You just need someone to sit there and be like, I got you, just in case you're not able to take care of it. Here, I got you on the rest of the fourth that's needed, the rest of the third that's needed. So yeah, for me, trust is a main thing.
Man, Dom, when you were talking about, you said, I don't know if I'm enough. You say, I don't know if I'm enough. I just hope they feel the love. All these years in the mud, shedding tears in the sun, planting seeds, smoking bud, pouring liquor for the ones. Man, like that's a real emotion, man. I really felt that, because that's sometimes, like, I'm gonna get personal. Sometimes I do be feeling like I ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? Like what I do ain't enough. Like as a man, I think all men probably feel like that, but it's that's one of the strong emotions. But as we were going through the whole song, I had to run that back like 10 times. Like, when you said a pessimist at heart, look at how the plot is twisted. Take the pot and twist it. This is modern hieroglyphics. Other rappers got bricks, but I'm the one you want to build with. But talk about your lyrics on this joint, man. And those parts of that, like God is not outside of us. Which is true.
Yeah, man. Shout out to T-Dot. Like that beat is amazing. It makes you feel like, it feels very triumphant to me. So I knew, I had a feeling it was something that I would want to be like, kind of like an outro kind of feeling. And I really wanted to just like put it all out there, like leave it all on the line type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like, for example, we got Tribal Chiefs where it's just bars. We got 1,000 G's where it's like the street record, if we got to define these things. So Spring Equinox had to be like, to me, vulnerability for
for just me in totality as a whole person. So, you know, I don't know if I'm enough. I just hope they feel the love. You know, that applies to all aspects of my life. Like, there's music, you know. I say they want someone they could trust. I don't know if I'm enough. Like, you know, when we talk about like artists or someone to look up to, you know, or fatherhood or being a leader, like I do have those thoughts and those feelings sometimes too, just like you said, you know, like many of us have. Like, I don't know if I'm enough. But I just hope they feel the love, because at the end of the day, whether you know you are enough or not, you know, as long as you got love in your heart, like that's really what matters.
Right.
So I just hope they feel the love all these years in the mud. Like, I'm just bringing everything full circle. You know, this is everything I've been through all the years in the mud, playing C, smoking bud, pouring liquor for the ones. Rest in peace, you know, just give it a moment and then just get right back into it. And a happy home name in itself is kind of like a inverted meaning, you know what I'm saying? Because like, even though it's called a happy home, there's a lot of records that ain't got shit to do with happiness. And that's kind of the point when I say that a pessimist at heart, like, look at how the plot is twisted. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Take the plot and twist it. This is modern hieroglyphics, kind of a double entendre, because obviously hieroglyphics from like Egyptian shit, but then also the rap group hieroglyphics, because again, Terrence has compared us to like the hieroglyphic group, so it's double entendre. Modern hieroglyphics. What the fuck did I say after that? But yeah, man, I was just trying to go in, bro. I was just trying to like really paint a vivid picture and like leave on a high note. And then we got all the people speaking, you know, after all these people, like a lot of homies that just threw some words out there to kind of double back and double down on that meaning of like family and community and shit like that.
Yeah, man. That joint is still, I ain't even play it yet, but I was supposed to play that and then ask you all the questions. But you know what? Something just popped in my brain right now when you were talking about you know, like the street records and you know, opening. I feel like this record represents every single season that we have. So like you got was it like summer, like, you know, spring, summertime, you know, fall, wintertime, where everything is just, you know what I mean, like cold, grimy, you know what I mean? And then it comes back into springtime. Like,
that's the point.
Did I catch that? Did I catch that right?
That's the point. I didn't, you know, there's so many concepts and themes. It's kind of hard to like make them all clear without just like making it a mess. But yeah, you know, like what a lot of the soundscapes like T-Dot works with, like they're like very warm and shit. So like we started off with peace, like I said in the beginning, like it's welcoming you to the house, welcoming you to the environment. So to me, that was kind of like spring. And then we kind of get warmer, you know, with like Emperor in the Sage. So it's like summer. And then we get dark and grimy with Flowers and Tribal Cheese. And then it comes right back to spring again to end it all off. You know, it's like you experience the full spectrum, all seasons.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. That
Yo.
beat.
Yeah.
That beat was another beat that was made in the same session as Journal Entry 1.
I'm gonna play a snippet of the Spring Equinox real quick and then come back and we gonna round it out for y'all fellas, all right?
No, most definitely. I appreciate you.
Welcome. And which may not exist at all. I may be talking about something that does not exist.
Apartment 3D, that's where it all started at. Playing with the God particle, you don't want no parts of that. I talk about the universe, cause I'm really all of that. In another space and time, these poems are an artifact. It's been 3 years since I've been seen with a suit and tie, rocking braids. My fam's asking, who am I? Please don't scrutinize, we all been institutionalized. Don't shoot the messenger, please don't shoot the blind. I'm aiming at the president, whoever else trying to rule my mind. Brian free from doing time. I'll hardly pick up the phone. It may ruin my vibe. I'm locked up inside, dog. I'm still doing my time. Knotted up, healing it is not enough. God is not outside of us. Park the whip, let's ride the bus. I'm on a high, I got to rush. Feel the people what they want something they could touch, want someone they could trust. I don't know if I'm enough. I just hope they feel the love. All these years in the mud, shedding tears in the sun, planting seeds, smoking bud, pouring liquor for the ones. Rest in peace, done. A happy home just means that we is optimistic, a pessimist at heart. Look at how the plot is twisted. Take the pot and twist it. This is modern hieroglyphics. Other rappers got bricks, but I'm the one you build with.
I wish I was DJing right now, because then I'll just let it ride. But I can't, man, because y'all got to support the album. Yo, go get a Happy Home on Bandcamp. Don't just buy the digital, buy the physical. They got CDs, and do y'all got cassettes still?
Yeah, we got a few left.
Yeah, they got a few left, man. So, yeah, I don't know if they're doing another run. I don't even want them to do another run, because this is man, this album, man, this album is to be felt, man. Like, not just rush through, not skip around, not do all of that crazy stuff that y'all do with the mainstream albums. Like, yo, literally put this in, sit your ass down, and press play, and just chill, yo. Just listen, man. And you gonna feel something, man. You definitely gonna feel something. Man. Yo, man. So
that's one of my main things within my music. I want people to feel again, because I feel a lot. I'm a very emotional individual. I want to really stand in that. Like, I love emotions. It helps me guide myself through life. Like, understanding the clarity within where things are rooted. So, like, being able to stand in that and allowing, like, not even allowing, I want to force people to feel the shit. Feel it. Feel uncomfortable. Feel good. Feel great. Feel enjoyable. Feel like, damn, I got to do better. Like the Ab Soul joint, like, got to do better. Like, that's what I want my music to feel about all the time. Like, feel again, because I feel like that's something that we do lack as a society, is to sit there and feel again. We numb ourselves.
Let me just give the internet a description of this album real quick, man. Just so once they, get done listening to this, they go and support this album on Bandcamp, man. A Happy Home is a sonic. Let me get in my deep voice, yo. It's a sonic odyssey based on interpersonal relationships, healing, radical acceptance, truth, and so much more. Conceptualized and created by Dom Cruz and TEedotEinsof, the album touches on all emotions and sonically provides the same range. The album covers paint palette designed by Jacqueline Soledad represents this wide range of sound and emotion. From the meditative opener, Peace, Peace, to the conclusion, Wild Wings, you are guaranteed to feel, nod your head, rage, and so much more. Welcome to A Happy Home. Yo, that's it.
Thank you.
Fellas, yo, man. Man, yo, I wish I could play every joint, but like I said, we ain't giving them that, man. They gotta support the album. They want to hear every joint, man. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you just for the space and the time, bro. That is,
yeah. Yo, man, it's my honor, man, to be able to do this and chop it up with y'all, man. Like, I'm a big fan, man. I'm just a big fan of what y'all are doing, man. I love Supreme. I'm a big fan of, what you are doing, Dom, and with Rooster Realm. Speaking of that, I gotta plug Rooster Realm, man. I gotta hit you up. I gotta hit you up next week.
Whenever you need, brother.
I got school clothes to get, but that's the priority.
I got you.
But yo, Rooster Realm, man, like yo, if y'all don't know about Rooster Realm, I'm gonna link that in the description of the show too, so y'all can tap in, man. They doing some very well thought out, well prepared. What's the word I can use, man?
Clean, healthy,
like treats for y'all, yo. Yeah,
Yeah.
treats. Yeah, let's put it like that, treats, man.
Yeah, facts.
Yo, man. So,
good for the nervous system. They're great for the nervous system.
yeah. Actually, I need a nervous system reset too. But yo, let me highlight the production real quick. So, production partnerships with TEEDOTEinsof, Black Guy 9, your boy Pax, who mastered this joint. Shout out to your boy Pax. Burning Graph. Burning Giraffe.
Yeah.
Okay, Burning Giraffe. When you go to Bandcamp and you get the the exclusivity of Egypt light motion work, Wild Wings to spark discussion on strategy. Okay, so I got something I got to play y'all from where is he? Let me get to it.
Yo, in regards to the track, light motion work on Happy Home, but basically, because a lot of times I drop little works in progress and my stories and highlights on Instagram. T-Dot. Shout out to T-Dot, man. That's my homie. He's always showing, lots of love. Or if there's something, one of those works in progress that he's really messing with, he'll give me a little bit of feedback. But that one in particular was when I was first experimenting with a lot of like field recordings, things like that. And I think I just made like a drum loop in that one. And he hit me up, he was like, hey, yo, if you don't mind, man, if you send me that one, I got some ideas that I'd love to try to do on that one. And normally I don't really do that and collaborate and stuff like that. But my man T-Dot, I like his style, and I was like, oh yeah, for sure. So I sent it to him. And a lot of time passed. I didn't really think much of it. But he did tell me, I think one time at a show, he played something. I recognized that break, and I was like, yo, that's fire. And he was like, yo, this is what I did with your drums on it. So I think he probably had that for some time, whatever instrumental he did with those sounds that I made, and then he would know the story better. But looks like it landed on this project with the homie Dom. But basically my contribution is really just the drum sounds. I think he even maybe added some other, I don't know, like if it's like a kick or a tom, but most of that percussion and a lot of those field recordings, those is basically a rhythm that I created just with a bunch of abstract sounds. And then, T-Dot took that and, he took the rest of the production from there. And then, Dom, he put some poetry over it.
Yeah, man. That's the homie Tatsumaki, man, out there in Australia. Yeah, I mean, I had to tap in. I started to tap in with a whole bunch of the different people on the album, man, just to, go behind the scenes. I figured I'd surprise y'all with the Tatsumaki.
That was dope. No, that was dope.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Tatsumaki's he's the homie too, man. I appreciate his sound, just like I appreciate y'all's sound. Man, so okay, let's wrap this up. We're gonna plug this album one more time. Okay, so man, we talked about so much in this album, man.
Yeah.
A Happy Home, spelled HOHM. All right, and Dom said, T-Dot, you can explain that home part a little bit more.
It's just phonetics. Home, it just reminded me of Om, which like at that moment in time, I think I was just sit there and really heavy on sound healing and
the studies of Buddhism, and their means of meditation and chanting and all that. So it just had me sitting there feeling like, okay, home is where the heart is, but then the highest frequency of that vibration is Om, which just circulates everything back into the fact that foundation is everything within what we do. Trusting ourselves, healing ourselves, giving ourselves that space, that ability to move forward regardless of how things are presented in a sense of chaos, because like everybody's experiencing life, and I feel like these are just trials and tribulations that are just testing our character and our spirit for betterment, not necessarily for anything that's supposed to hinder us unless we allow it to, home being recommendation.
I like that. I like that. Yo, you can pick up this album at Dom Cruz, DOMCRUZ.bandcamp.com. Let's follow Dom Cruz and T Dot. I'm gonna put all of that in the description of the show. Follow A Love Supreme. I'm not sure if y'all are doing any shows for this album this summer.
Yeah. At this moment in time, I don't believe so. We were having a whole run, and then life presented itself. So we're still figuring that out. Like I think we're gonna do something in fall. Whether that's out in Cali or whether that's out in Oregon where he's at.
Is there a T-shirt for that album cover?
Not yet.
A poster? A sticker?
No, man. Honestly, the cassettes and the CDs for now.
Okay.
But like you said, like this album could live forever. So I think it's really helped me with my perception of time. Like everything doesn't need to be done all at one time. If you really believe in it and it's really a mark on your legacy, like you could drop the merch next year. You could drop it whenever you want because it's timeless.
Because the original idea for merch was like a candle. We were about to sit there and have a candle that sits there, exudes a means of relaxation. We're going to have like incense, teas, like things that represent a home, like a sense of
tinctures.
Yeah, relaxation, exactly. Because like it was incorporated roots around, so we were just, you know what I'm saying. So that's the big thing that we were working on is like how can we sit there and utilize this to continue what Roots to Rome's is doing too, because that's a part of the whole experience. That's the home for Brother Dom, you know what I'm saying, in the sense of his business. So, we were creating these like home decoration, home little miscellaneous items type shit.
There it is. Yeah, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Man, fellas, I really appreciate y'all being on the show. This Beatversations, man, y'all brought it back for 2025. So y'all the first ones for this Beatversations to bring me back for Beatversations on the Rec Show podcast. That's a wrap for the Rec Show podcast, man. Big love to Dom Cruz and TEedotEinsof for sharing the stories and the sounds and the soul behind A Happy Home, which you can get on Bandcamp right now. All right, you can preview snippets on the the streaming platforms. Go to YouTube and check out A Love Supreme California. Check out the documentaries. It's just a further behind the scenes for the album. But if today's conversation resonated with you, make sure you stream the album, support the artist. All right, that's how they can make more albums. All right, stream the album by supporting the album and support the artist, and then share this episode with a friend who needs that sonic healing, because that's what this album is a sonic healing, man. All right. Yes. Yo, any final thoughts, Dom and T-Dot, man, before we sign off, yo?
Dom, you want to go first?
I'll go first, man. Yeah, man. Just big thank you to you, first of all, Golden Mom, man, for having us on here, taking the time. I could tell you definitely put thought into it, and that means a lot.
It means a lot to me because I put a lot of time into my art. So for it to be received, to be reciprocated that way, that really means a lot to me. I mean, from the first question, I was like, all right, this man wasn't playing. But obviously, thank you to T Dot. Like, I really feel like we made something that stands the test of time. Like, we could listen to this album 20 years from now and it's still gonna hit. Thank you to everybody that has supported the project, that's going to support the project, and shout out to you, man. Shout out to what you're doing. I really love what you're doing. It's so important for us to support each other and to give each other more platforms. Because like music has like a kind of like a glass ceiling, a gatekeep to it. So for us to do this to show that we don't need that, like we don't need to even really pay attention to that, because we got people like you that are gonna highlight us. Like that means a lot. It goes a long way. And yeah, man, just thank you. I appreciate the platform, the time. It's been a great fucking experience doing this.
Yeah, to piggyback off of what he said, the support, the appreciation, the means of financial support. Like, thank you very much for putting money in and investing into us. You don't have to do it. Nobody has to do it. This is like, again, a means of conversation that has turned into a record, in a sense of records between me and my brother Dom. Like, when we met each other, I wasn't making music at this time. This is just friendship. Again, I appreciate him for trusting in me to sit there and cultivate such a world. So for you to highlight it, it's just an honor, brother. So thank you again. Like, you've been supportive from the beginning. So to sit there and have you really support this and understand where this is coming from, due to the fact where you heard me and had me on an interview and gave certain questions, and I gave insights to where I'm coming from. Like, I appreciate you for that. So I'm just grateful for that. I'm grateful for everyone that was involved, because at the end of the day, no one really had to be involved. So for them to believe in us, because all close interpersonal relationships, for Black God to sit there and executive produce and shoot these intimate moments or these videos for us, like, I'm grateful for him in this time, because it just presents a more sense of intimacy that went into this project than I might be aware of at the moment in time that it's transpiring. Like, I'm sitting there and looking back and I'm just like, damn, that was love. That was love. We did this. That was love. Like, it's giving me more gratitude for everything. And then you hear the music and it's just like, yo, chill out. Yeah. Listening to the music, it just has me appreciate it more, because it really is a testament of time. Like, it's not a dated sense of perspective from man. It's a perspective from man that everybody experiences. Like, we're given a testimony that could transcend time. Whether you're 15, 18, 20, 25, 30, like, everybody, especially where areas where we grew up in, everybody experiences some wild ass moments in life that was just like, fuck, I wasn't ready for this. So to be able to give them a sense of positivity, think about was just like, even if you did do this, it could turn out to be this. It might look crazy right now, but 5 years, 10 years later, you're gonna be doing this, that, and the third, and it's gonna be beneficial because you overcame all this shit.
Facts, man. Yo, all love, man, to you, Dom, and T Dot, man. I'm a supporter. I'm a fan. I'm gonna be a fan for however long, like until I die, basically. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I appreciate y'all giving me the opportunity to spotlight y'all's work. Y'all got amazing body of work, and put other people on, man. So, if I can do that, and all it is time, man. It's time and investment. Care about what you're doing, man, and I really do care about both of y'all and the body of work that y'all put out, man. Because y'all put thought and effort into this album, man. So thought, effort, time, energy,
Yeah.
into this album, man. So I can't come with nothing but, 100%, 110%. Like, I came ready to go. Research, listening, I wrote down a whole bunch. I wrote down a whole bunch of notes, but I can't say them on here just because it'd take even more longer than I originally thought. But I appreciate y'all, man. So
Thank you, brother.
yes, sir, man. I appreciate. Hey, thank y'all's families too for allowing me to take a little bit longer than 45 minutes, an hour to talk about the album, because I know y'all home from work, they want y'all attention, man. So thank y'all significant others.
Brother.
And I appreciate y'all.
I love it. I love sharing more intimate information. That shit is amazing.
Yes, sir. Follow us on all platforms, man, at the Reg Show Podcast, with the exception of Spotify, for more conversations with beat makers, producers, and creators from around the globe. Until next time, start with the record, recognize the beats, and always keep building your own happy home. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
A happy home just means that we is optimistic, a pessimist at heart. Look at how the plot is twisted. Take the pot and twist it. This is modern hieroglyphics. Other rappers got bricks, but I'm the one you build with.
Represent every living person on the planet. The white lights are humans. And these are the mutants.
They tell like younger kids or other producers like that's cheating, you can't really accept it, but bro, like when it comes to this producing shit, you can do whatever you want.
You've been listening to the Rec Show Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Remember 3 things. Believe in your music. Take care of your mentals. Become the best version of yourself. Until the next one, Golden Mind signing off. Peace and love, yo.
To be the best, you got to work overtime. To be the best, you got to work overtime.
These young boys getting better. This is not like the NBA where you can retire. Like this is, you have to keep going.